Red. Red.
Hello. It looks shorter or something. Too much fat on me. Wait,
Red.
it should be default. I forgot there was something I wanted to change as well. I don't know. It shouldn't matter.
Red.
If I'm on this screen, oh, I changed this camera, didn't I? There we go. As you can tell, I've been messing around with stuff. I don't know if things are noticeable or not, but I have I've changed my model a bit. He's subdivided now. So he's a bit smoother. You can sort of see it probably on the arms. This curve is a bit smoother than it used to be. So that means when I get to bigger scales, it won't be so broken. But yeah, other than that, I haven't done a whole lot. I was messing around with like just little things off stream and some stuff I didn't get done in time. Bedtime. Yeah, pretty much. But no, we'll get like straight into it, I think. So hi guys, hi Nature Guy, hi Butts, hi Chichan, and hello Diz Rat. Can you guys hear the rat?
Rat. Rat.
Or is it not loud enough?
Rat.
I feel like it's quieter for some reason. Oh, maybe I didn't save. I turned it up a lot and I didn't save that probably. Yeah, I think I usually turn the music like down here. I think I also just didn't save, yeah, rats at 100. I think it was like this before. Now try.
Rat.
Also, hi Big Humblebee.
Rat. Rat.
Yeah, I think it's loud enough now. Rat. Where is our rat? VRC rat. So what did we have to do? We need to finish his tail. Yeah. Finish his tail, and then we'll add him some teeth and stuff. I think, let's go to ZBrush.
Rat. Rat.
Alright. Off to ZBrush. Oh, and I haven't set this up either, probably, but I have like, am I still doing that stupid animation? Yeah, I think I am. Yeah. Very side on here, actually. But maybe that's the animation. It's weird that the animation rotates me so much. That would explain why I was... That's kind of annoying. Oh well. Now I'm like too high up. Okay. Rat time. So all I really want to do with this rat tail is put like fluff at the base of it, I guess. And we'll just do the fluff we did last time, which I think was this one. I will sing. Rat time. Rat time again. You joined in at the tail time. Is that the perfect time? They're kind of scaly, but I don't know how I would texture that or like how I would sculpt that. Yeah, they have like lines. Where's my rat riffs? Yeah, they make it like rings, which might be the best way to do it. Just looking at my riffs, how they have it. None of them have any rings, so although that one does. I guess we can do rings. I guess we'll do rings. It's probably too much.
Rat.
An earthworm? Yeah, I guess so. They're stylized to have these like rings, but they don't have the rings like in real life. They just, it's kind of scaly. And not like, uh, what's it? Not lizard scales or anything. But I guess this is fine. Should I just do this as a texture? Maybe it would look neater. Might do this as a texture. Yeah, I'll do this as a texture actually. Like, not a part of the sculpt. We'll leave it for later. And I'll show you how we'll do it. Yeah, that's fine. All right. That's all we have to do. This is like leaving everything till post in video editing, where I'm like, oh yeah, we'll do that texturing, we'll do that texturing. Some stuff is just easier to do texturing, so we'll just export this. So we export a high poly version, just call it high tail. You guys can't see that anyway. And then we'll export a low poly version. Low tail. Where's our sculpt? Here he is. I wonder if this has changed much from the base image that we did. Reuse the tail for the worm, so I could. I think worm. No, I think slug. Slug got like 2 people requesting it on the species request thing. So for this one, we already have a low poly, so we'll just export the high body. Big slug boys are hot. You just like just me, Gabe Newell. Very funny, Diz. I don't think anyone. I don't think there are any other slug owners except for just me, Gabe Newell. So I love his name. Slims Mackenzie. I'm not making slims. Alright, so we got this. Works with these eyes as well. I just use the eyes as like placement because I have eyes, although I will UV map them so that everything is on the same map for this character, I think. Often oh, maybe I'll separate. I'll keep the eyes separate actually, I think. Yeah, I'll just do the body. Everything else can be separate. We also had these teeth. But I'll just make the teeth in Blender. So let's go to Blender. Here's the Blender I prepared earlier. Save my rat sculpt. I was thinking about having a sound effect for that transition, but I feel like it would get annoying. If the shutters were slamming like all the time. What is this plane? Miss Rotfang. What a nice first message. Welcome, Miss Rotfang. I like your name. Where's the tail? Low tail. What is this plane? Oh, that was like an example, wasn't it? And there's the decimated rat. Thank you for the follow. So we're going to UV unwrap this. Usually when I would unwrap a body, I would do it symmetrical and have 2 sides mirrored. But for this one, we'll do it as unmirrored so that if people want to have asymmetrical like textures, they can. Thank you, Dallas, for the sub. I need a little song for this. Still. Save a reminder, thank you. Too late on the scan. Rome. Oh yeah, I forgot you got a founder's badge, Rome. How are you, Rome? So now we split this up with seams. Think of it as we're skinning this rat. We're cutting his pelt so it can be flat. That's how UVing. Scan up already. I didn't move enough for that. So I'll cut his hands off, cut his arms off. Big seam here. Seam here.
Rat. Rat.
Obsessed with the rat. When did I dissect him? Oh, right, when I was taking the bits out of him, I forgot about that. I was gonna say, yeah, this... It wasn't that bad, was it? So... It's kind of like how I want... What pieces do I want it to be in? So like the face should be one, which we mapped out earlier. So like this should be one big plane right here. Going in here. I'll leave his nose as part of it. These eyes need to go. This will make sense when I unwrap it in a moment, and you'll see. Although, he's got a big muzzle. So I might split his face in half. I think. Did I split his whole body in half? No, probably not. You like his face? I'm pretty happy with how the face came out in the end. We cut off his neck. Yeah, we'll do it there. And we'll have the front torso. I think. We'll just have a front and a back, I guess. Yeah, I've considered those eyes, but they're... I guess the main issue is they have to be... I guess it's not really an issue. But the actual eyes are spherical, so it's kind of like when you do those flat or those inverted 2D eyes, they are much more stylized, and I don't think it works as much. Like if I have a sphere and I sculpt the face around it, I think is easier than if I just kind of like make a big anime eye. But I mean, that's just how I've always worked. There's not any particular reason. Is typoing the F. And so we'll also have like a seam running up here. Split his neck in half. I scared you? I'm sorry. Is it too loud? Should I turn it down? Thank you for the follow, Starfire. Cut his ears. Oh, I need to map that. Yeah, at least now you know to expect it. Because it happens quite a lot. People really like killing me. Hi, Starfire. So usually with seams, you want to put them places that aren't like visible, that aren't like the center of attention. So sometimes I would put one down the middle of his back, but if someone wants to put like a big back texture, it'll make that harder, like a big back marking. So I'll put them here. So I'll just quickly show you what it'll be like. Where's our UV editing? So a lot of these are a mess, but you can sort of see here, that's the face island. And there's another one somewhere there. But if we didn't have this scene, it would be one face, which you might have seen faces like this in games. This is how they're usually done, but that's on human faces without muzzles. So the problem with this is these polygons here, like the nose, look at how small that nose is compared to the rest of the face. That means the amount of textual like density in that nose will be very low. So it won't be as detailed.
Rat.
Which is why we're splitting up the rat. Yep, it's the forbidden rat pancake. This is what it's like if we skinned his face. And what are these? So I think these are the arms. Is that the back? What is this? That's the arm. That's the back. Oh, they're the legs. Oh wait, are they?
Rat.
Oh, those are the ears. Rat, no. Yeah, if you've done SL like modding work, like if anyone's ever done texturing, we're setting up the maps so that you can edit the textures more easily. If it was up to me, I'd be like making a whole mess of this. But because I know that people like to modify their rat easily, the best and easiest way to change it and make it unique is to change the textures. So we'll probably cut this ear like this, I guess. I can imagine why SL was banned on Twitch. Rat mods, rat mods. I'll cut this here, I guess. Is it an experience? I've never looked for it. I'm sure it's mostly porn games, though. Although maybe I want to cut the inside of the ear, like here. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'll do that. Should I really? Why? Oh, we got ads starting in like 5 minutes. I should probably put that timer down a little bit. I'll select mirror. Isn't going to work completely, but that's fine. This should be marked. Shut. It's a fun little goof. Is it really? So we'll select, what is it? This one. There's an automatic way to do this as well. Oh, Mega. Oh, Mega's alt account. Hi, Mega. Thank you for the raid. Hello. Mega, do you do you want another sticker on the wall? It is technically a different account. Does that account have emotes? You're not gonna help me fill up the wall? Oh, you came in just an ad, although I'm not sure if the raiders will get it. You want that one on the wall? That's a good one. Yeah, I don't think I've seen any of them. I know, because I know Zip has a bunch on hers, and like obviously the for real one. But well, I'm always looking for more stickers to put on the wall. But yeah, thank you for the raid. Hi guys, my name's Walker. I'm a 3D furry artist from Australia. Today we're working on, we've been working on making this one VR chat base over the course of the past, like, I guess we're on episode 4, so we've been doing it 3 other streams. Going from scratch all the way to the end, putting it in VR chat, and then, I don't know, probably make a VTuber out of it and stuff. It's a very beefy rat. I figured we'd start with something beefy because that's kind of like how I started out making models. May or may not be obvious. I assume you're just working, Mega, on your alt. The art category is so broad. Like, there's so much stuff that comes under art. So when someone's last category was art, it could be anything. But yeah, if you guys have ever wondered anything about 3D, feel free to ask me questions. I want to cut this. Thank you for the sweater. It's cold. So at the moment we're just UV unwrapping this model. We're trying to cut it into pieces that make it easier to texture. It's a little bit of like a puzzle. Who took a chunk out of his ear? That's the story you can make up. Maybe I'll leave this. What does this look like? Hi, Thack. Probably get rid of this cut here. There's the raid message. A little late to the raid. This probably fine. What else is missing? We got to do the hands. Yeah, we'll do the hands. So the hands are usually, I would do them very simply. Have like the top of the hand and the bottom of the hand, or the palm. See, we got a nice loop here. Yeah, we'll use that one. Okay, it's not as nice as I thought. It's a little wonky here. That's fine. Weight painting will probably be the next episode. Just because we're gonna probably spend a long, well, not a long time, but a bulk of this stream will be texturing. And then the next one will be rigging, and weight painting goes with the rigging. So I suppose we could rig before we before we texture. They're sort of interchangeable. So if you unwrap this one, it makes these funny hands. Thank you for the follow, Nick's Jester. What's in the channel description? Oh, right, yeah, the title, yeah. I feel like there was a way to select seams. If I mirror this. Ah, that's fine, Mega. I figured you would need a D stream or whatever they would call it these days. I like that term. I've seen that one go around. Figured you were just having like a chill stream. Did you got back from Aurora today or yesterday? I think yesterday, because you were playing. When you were playing Fortnite like yesterday, I think. Wait, no, it's Wednesday, isn't it? I was gonna say you were probably just relaxing after Aurora, but it's Wednesday. Hi, Nady. Actually, I'll show you guys out. You guys should check out. I mean, most of you probably came from Mega, but you should check out Nady. You should check out Mega's main account. You should check out Arts, because I know he's here somewhere. Just shouting out all the artist friends. That I can remember to do. Mega's... Isn't Mega like a small house cat, though? Hopefully I'm not wrong. I don't know if they would hunt flamingos. Anyway, if we select all by similar scene, then I should be able to like mirror this. Extend. And mark scene. Yeah, that worked. You're feeling a bit threatened, Nady. Everyone's a predator. What a... They hunt small house flamingos. Yeah, what is it that flamingos eat to get pink? Is it shrimp or something? You know any shrimp owners? Oh, it's krill. Okay, I wasn't sure. I was thinking it might be krill. But whenever I think of krill, I think of like whales, and they're not kind of in the same habitat. Where do I cut these toes? I guess here. Just under the claws. Nady doesn't even know their own backstory. You don't even know your own flamingo culture. Tardigrades? You mean the little pig bug things? I like that there's kind of like, to me, there's like two types of furries. There's ones that are like, yes, my character is a wolf and he does all the wolf things and he eats the deer and he like howls at the moon. And then other people are just like, yeah, I'm a dog, but like, you know, he likes to eat burgers. He's just me, but a dog. He wears all the same clothes that I do. Nothing spiritual. I'm gonna split his leg in half. Do it here, I guess. Inside of the thigh. Get rid of this bit. What you do for a conduct. You like Klondike bars that much? What would you do for a whole box? Yeah, we're splitting the butt apart now. Someone should make, going back to your comment Nightfall, someone should, I'm sure someone probably has, but someone should make like a tardigrade persona. I know what I was saying. I I modeled this so weirdly. Forgot about that. Guess we'll cut his butt. Yes. Alright. I'm gonna do that again. It's in here. Select similar. Select the seams. That's the wrong button. Forgot how I did it already. I did it like 5 minutes ago and I already forgot. Select similar, seam, selection, select mirror. And then we mark seam. Yeah, yeah. This basically is like that. Which cut of rat do you want? We only serve rat here. And then his tail's easy, we just cut that in half. Although I'll leave the top. So if I unwrap this, it should be pretty, yeah, it's pretty basic. Then we look at our mess. What the hell are these? Oh, those are the insides of the eye. What is this? Is this the back of the ear? What is this? Oh, it's the inside of the mouth. This doesn't need a split. There's a furry, you know there's a furry at your work? That's, what a coincidence. What is this? Ah, there we go. That should be it. Everything else looks fine. There's his face. That's one side of his butt. It's the other side. I wonder if I should have less cuts as well. It's the back of his head. Like maybe... Most people use Substance anyway these days. The purpose of having a readable, well set out UV map used to be because you had to paint them manually, like a 2D image. But these days, Substance is pretty accessible. But yeah, now we want to change pixel density so the tail doesn't need to be so massive. It just doesn't need to be super detailed. Make that smaller. Make the face. Oh, I have that stupid selection. The face needs to be way bigger. It's like the heart of the character. And then the rest we can like pack together. Might make the ears bigger. And maybe the hands. Maybe not that big. Yeah, people used to do it. In fact, I think I have done it that way before. It's just going to put it there again, isn't it? So annoying. So I use like an automatic UV packing thing, which is what this is. So you can adjust it so you can have like bigger margins in between the islands. Like if this is 0.1, see, I got really big margins. But for this project, we won't completely manually do it, but I would like the face at least. Or the hands together. I was going to say, why is his hand so small? And then I realized that's his foot. So which ones are his feet? This one, this one, this one. It's a hand. Wait, when I did these hands, did I just make one of them? No, they're the same. So that's a foot. These are hands. For these feet. Yeah, so this is why I don't normally do this manually. It's such a pain. What's this? That's a leg. That's a leg. That's his back. That's an arm. That's an arm. Oops. This is his torso, so I might make this a bit bigger. Torso is pretty important. Back, not so much. Maybe this head is too big. Where's his mouth? Yeah. I'll put that in his mouth. Yeah, if he has a back tattoo, that's like the trade-off though is, so if you make the back bigger, you gotta make other stuff smaller. It's like saying, what if he had like maybe I should just make it all equal size. What is this? Oh, that's the back of an ear. Where's his other ear? It's this one, I think. Oh yeah, that you're fine. It's just like that's part of it is explaining. Oh, hi Sesh. Is there a reason why you're putting it on your... I mean, I know it's slightly faster. This is his butt. I can go there. Let's see, I've run out of room. I think that's his this leg. And that's this leg. Are these legs different sizes? Okay. Yeah, Sash, usually a clean reinstall can like fix so many things. They say you should do it like every couple of years, but not gonna be me. Yeah, we might do like a set of clothes for this guy. But clothes are something I might just like end up doing anyway for a different model, like even my own model, because there's like an outfit I want to do at some point, or a couple outfits. I put these where they belong, which is like here. Here. Like I should probably just mirror this almost. Yeah, we did some. It was very minor adjustments because we were mostly just trying to get Kusaki's model to actually work. We had to fix up a bunch of stuff for that. Yeah, that's fair, Sash. I always worry about the those kind of copies. Expand dong. Good skin. Yeah, where are his feet? So here's some of it. Thank you. I will save. These are his feet. An awkward little shape. Yeah, it's always fun if you have someone to work with like that. We've almost done this. It's been a nightmare. I wonder if there is a way to make this completely symmetrical. So at the moment we've just kind of like forced it. What the hell do I do with his tail? That tail might be way too small. Luckily, like Blender is only as intense as the models you put in it, really. So if you work with low poly stuff, it doesn't really matter if you use a laptop, although everything will kind of take a little bit slower. So thank you for the follow, Night Night. This neck is such an awkward shape as well. I can just go there, I guess. There we go, it's unwrapped. Not quite using all of the texture space, but oh well.
Rat.
Rat. Like maybe this face is just way too big. But you want it to be big because it's so important.
Rat. Rat.
Rat. Rat. It's a little bigger. Yeah, it feels like there's a lot of wasted space here. I could probably use a bit better. Thank you, Night Night. Guess we'll check that there. Hands can go up here. This can go down here. Yeah, this is Blender. Thank you though. I think these might be these are the tops of the hands, so these should actually be bigger. Ugh. This is also why it's easier to work with half a model if you do mirrored UVs. These need to be the same size as well. I wonder if I should just mirror these. Oh, well, we'll survive. It's a learning experience. I'll see what people like as well. Like if people complain, maybe I'll unwrap it again. Yeah, I created Z's model as well as a few other people. There's like a list in my about that has the ones that like actively stream and use my model, sort of. Clovis is on there, but I wouldn't say actively streams, but he streamed a bit. Good on your Nightfall. It's never too late to learn anyway. Never too late to get more education. Alright, that's probably enough. One unwrapped rat. So the next thing is we're going to bake the textures on him. And I haven't set up a window for this, so I'm going to do that really quick. Because I do my baking in Marmoset just because it's easy. It's like the only thing I use Marmoset for. Yeah, Night Night, this model is for VR chat. So models like Z and mine, and well, a lot of them, there's like 50 or so. 50 or so custom models of mine in VR chat, but this is the first time I'm doing a VR chat base that's going to be like, you know, just a modifiable model for anyone. Let's do window capture. Marmo. Yeah, 50 on my main account. So you probably might not have seen a bunch of them. Yeah, we'll go through baking in a moment actually. Because I'll show you what I mean when I... There we go, fit to screen. Okay, that looks good. All right, okay. So we'll save this as one object. Liberty. Save that file again. Go over here to do our baking. Hi, Desi. Why you throw cheese? Oh, for the rat. Right. I thought you were throwing it for me. See how it is. Oh, thank God. I was gonna say, I don't think I saved anything. Sometimes I accidentally save over this like bake setup that I reuse. We import our models. Throw cheese redeem. When the rat model works, I'll make a bulk rat. Alright, let's see. Low body goes in there, high body goes in there. High tail goes in here. Move this by 1, that's the wrong direction. That's also the wrong direction. Go to bed, Desi. It was a high bruiser. Oh, hi, Dano. I don't. Does anyone call you bruiser? I feel like everyone just says Dano. Okay, so baking. A fun name for a boring process. But basically, we have a low poly mesh, which is this, and a high poly mesh, which is this. So this has all the detail, like especially on his face. The low poly doesn't. So how do we get that high poly detail onto the low poly mesh? We bake the details onto a map. So we like, why is it called baking is a good question. Oh, hi, Eightfold. Twitch is going well. Yeah, I'm not new to Twitch. I'm new to Twitch, but I have been around on Twitch for like a couple of years. But basically the way baking works is you have this low poly mesh which will send out rays, which are like lights, like light rays. And anytime they detect like the other mesh, they'll register the depth. I think it's the general idea of how it works. So much like how you render an image with rays, you're rendering an image like outwards of the UV map, which is why you have to unwrap it first. If you want a more in-depth explanation, you can find a YouTube tutorial about it, because I feel like I'm giving you half the info because I don't remember all the little details. But that's the general idea. So we're going to have our low poly one and see this cage that Marmoset automatically makes. That shows how far the rays are going to go. So here, we need to make it larger. I like how when I took a drink, it looked like my character was in pain. Yeah, the cage determines the cutoff point, because otherwise if a ray was to go out like here and went all the way down here and got info and sent back, like you don't want that. Hi Vol, how you doing? Thank you for making me dance, which is a strange way of saying you're gonna kill me. It's not Titan. I use this red color just to see the difference. Like when it makes it easier for me to see when the high poly is sticking out through the cage. So I just need to go here and paint some more length on these areas. Maybe I just make the whole cage bigger.
Rat.
Hi Z, how was America? Also rat hours, because you're awake for once at like 10:40, 11 I guess for you. Tell me about America. I know you're back, but I imagine you're jet lagged, at least somewhat, which is why you're awake at this time and not in bed. All right, save this scene into my rat folder. Rat bake. The food was not as good as home. Yeah, I. That's how I felt when I went to America. But I went East Coast, so I wasn't sure it was an East Coast thing. But like some food was alright, but it just felt really hard to find like a nice place to eat. It's not like Melbourne. It's not like Melbourne where you've got like this nice little hipster cafe on every corner. Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't the only one that felt that way. But yeah, so now basically we just hit bake and the graphics card in your computer is just going to do all this stuff. So we're going to make a normal map, we're going to make a curvature map, and an ambient occlusion map. I wonder if this will kill my computer. Alright, that's it. It's just that easy. So I have a little texture set up that I use. Oh my god, that jump scared me. Rat body. Now we'll open our textures. Here's the ambient occlusion map. Here's the normal map. I'll explain. So here's our ambient occlusion map. It's sort of like this one is always really nice to look at.
Rat.
So we use this one. Have a good day at work, Fizz.
Rat.
But basically, so ambient occlusion map, it bakes the areas that are like close together, I guess, where light gets trapped and so are dark. So like obviously the inside of his mouth, his eyes and stuff. Even these really subtle ones here in between the hair. Inside of his ears and stuff like that. It's a nice, gentle 0 to 1 gradient. Oh wow, his feet are kind of fucked. This needs to be a different way. I mean, they're not too bad. But yeah, you can see the bake looking pretty good. Then we got the normal map, which is a very important map. So if I turn this to just be white. So back to untextured. We put our normal map on. If I ramp this up to 2, you'll see it even more. So normal map, affects how the light is reflected back at you. This is what's used for games. So you get all that detail. It looks like it's textured. If we he's on the beach now, I guess. Oh yeah, here's my lights.
red,
So the normal map, even though that there's not that detail there with the polygons, it tells like the light how to react as if that detail was there. I wonder if I should make this unsharp here, actually. So we get that, it's kind of an awkward line there. Yeah, so normal maps are 3 color channels. They're RGB maps. At each color on this texture, so see this texture is this weird pink. Some of them can be 4, but it's behind me. Where's my thing? This camera is like too tall now. Every time I change these things, then I have to change them back. Two. So the way this texture works is you have RGB, red, green, and blue channels in this texture. We can split it. What's going on? I guess this works. That's disgusting. Portland, I think I'd like to visit Portland. Portland and the West Coast, that's where I would like to go. Like to go to Seattle and stuff. Seattle, Portland. I know a couple of people in that area. But yeah, so here we have the red channel. It represents light coming from the right. I wonder if that's why it's on the red channel. Then we have the green channel. Light coming from the back. So it's like whatever axis it is. I can't remember. X, Y. I can't remember. I guess it's Y. And then we have Z. Light from the top. And it basically combines all 3 of these to get that normal map. And now he's just invisible. Alright. So he's looking good. That hard line I had there, it's not too bad, I guess. It's looking good. Just looking for any little texture errors, so like, I don't know if you guys can see it. But see this face is not very good. This quad is bent weirdly. Because every quad is made of 2 triangles, and these ones have decided to go like this. And like that. But you can split it, and then reform it. It's just a really bad quad actually, so... But it's right in the eye, so no one's gonna notice that. I don't remember why, I don't know why these got so messed up. Like this is really quite not good. Yeah, go over shareable. It's all technical stuff. I don't know if people are interested in learning stuff. It's all like passive knowledge I've gained over the years. So at the moment we're just kind of looking for any texture errors from the bake, which are usually like black dots. So the tail looks fine. Can't really see any. And then the last texture map we baked was the curvature map. So this one basically marks crevices as black and ridges as white. So we can use this map to really easily generate highlights on the wrinkles and the fur. Although it gets a bit blurry. So you can see how we have way less texture density here on the tail, to the point that you can actually see the pixels compared to the face, where it's a lot more smoothed out. That line... You can see the seam here, actually, that's what that is. I don't want to unwrap it again, though. Probably fine. So yeah, the bakes generally look good. This is a weird spot here. No one's going to see that anyway, I don't think. Hands look alright. Yeah, I hate the little pinch points too. Crevice, not crevice, the curvature map really picks up those little details as well, like up here. And that stupid dot line. There's some errors, but I don't think it's going to matter. Even just with this curvature map on though, it really highlights, you know. They're kind of like AO maps, but it's just crevices and ridges, whereas AO is different. It's like light based, I guess, whereas this is, I think, height based. How's this phone doing? Hello, music. Yeah, so that's the next thing we'll do. Eightfold, we're gonna jump into Substance Painter and combine these all to make one nice texture. I should bring his eyes back in and stuff because he looks a little weird without his eyes. And now they're pink. Yep, texture time. All UV'd. It's always so satisfying to see it with, because you know this is low poly. Like it's got, where's the wireframe? It's low poly, but it looks nice. It looks like it's got all that extra detail, just from a couple of maps. Yeah, topology's hard. We struggled with this one. I got like 80% of the way through and then gave up. But yeah, we're gonna go texture now. So we're going to open, I use Substance Painter, which is owned by Adobe now. So it sucks. Costs like $1 million on a subscription. I have an old copy. Where's my thing? Here it is. And we're back. And we got ads. Soon. Must be like right now. I might reset my phone real quick whilst these ads play. How long have I... It's only been an hour and 30 minutes, but... Yeah, the phones just seem to suffer. You can't see my little project template here, but we're going to set the document resolution to like a 4K texture. And we'll add our baked files. And we'll select our file. Oh, the phone is suffering. Okay, we're back. Ads almost over. Smoother. You're back eightfold. What is it you don't get about for animation? And we will texture setup, add our normal map on. You can see that there. Add our ambient occlusion. Add our curvature. And so I have a little texture setup that I usually use, which is this. You can chuck it on, and you can see already it's kind of based on being a stylized shader type texture setup thing. It's very simple. We got this one that highlights stuff, makes them a bit brighter. We got this one that darkens things, mostly based on the AO map. And then we just got the color. What color is this rack going to be? Someone told me. Black or brown, or we'll just do black or brown, I guess. Or white. Thing is, I'll do a texture and include it with the file, but I imagine people will do their own textures. Yeah, well, you probably should have it subdivided, especially for animation, or smooth out any like extremities. But you shouldn't have to use tries. Should be in quads, so it subdivides evenly. I tend to use, like, if it's hair though, I'll do like a tri cone point thing at the end of the tips of hair. Yeah, don't avoid that. It's like people will talk about, oh no, you shouldn't use tries, but sometimes you should use tries. I don't like these highlights on his nose. So make our own highlights. His nose came out kind of low poly in the end. Oh, I didn't. I talked about doing it and then I never ended up doing it, which is oh, that's so annoying. So if we look here, the reason why it's so low poly, why are we in texture paint? Is because his nose is so small on this texture map. You can see behind chat. Because I was talking about how I was going to split it up. And then I didn't do it. Oh, that's so annoying. Should be able to just split it off here though. It's so funny because I talked about doing it and then didn't do it. This whole I wonder how that looks. That's probably fine. How upsetting. So now I gotta find space for his little nose. Wait, that's his leg. Here's his nose. His nose is too important. His little rat nose is too important for us to have it low poly or low resolution. This neck is so awkward as well. It really fucks it up. Okay, we're just gonna call it a day and do that. Still a weird texture. So now the problem is we gotta bake this again. Luckily that doesn't take too long. At least these days. Do I want to get rid of that cut? Yeah, I guess so. I won't show the baking. We saw that. We'll just bake it. I'll go back to this. How is everyone tonight? Also waiting for this to bake. You guys all doing good? Has anyone given a name to the rat? Call it Ratthew. Early morning, yeah, it's like late night here. Real sleepy hours. Thank you for the follow, Aaron. Nature guy, my number one chatter. Of course you're here. Actually, we can just refresh. Edit the project configuration. I found out, Nature Guy, that it's not actually like number based. It's just like here's 3 of your top chatters, not like your 3 top chatters. So you're not number 1, but you're a top chatter. So I don't know if that's better or worse. Yeah, look at his face. We need to reload the textures. There we go, look. His nose is much nicer now. Still a little pixely, but a lot better than it was. No one told me what color he's going to be, so we'll make him black, like a blue black. There we go, we're done. Coloring will it? And we want flesh color. Make this like a bit rougher.
red,
Or a bit less rough. This is a VR chat base, 8-fold, and whatever else you want to do with it base. Like if you want to download this and use it, you can, or you will be able to. I mean, I'll put it up for sale for like a little bit, but probably not too expensive because I'm not going to make it like one model fits all. I'm gonna turn down this curvature map here. Really ugly bake on the ears. Yeah, and like you're not the only one. But yeah, they are all commissions, or they have been in the past, and people have like wanted cheaper ways to get a model,
red,
and this seems like a way to do it. Radis, oh, Feral TV, I remember that. What a show. Yeah, mixy. So this needs to be like a fleshy color. That's too orange.
rat,
Rat ugly bastard trope. That's kind of what I was doing originally. Where's my rat refs? Because their ears are... I mean, this is probably the wrong color. It's a bit better. It's probably too shiny as well. Was probably good. Well, who was Modiglana? Which character was that? I remember like the main four, and then they had like the boss. Oh, was that the cat? Okay. Yeah, I forgot what her name was. So he got this chunk out of his ear here. Probably paint that the flesh color. Oops. I was thinking about giving him like scars, which we'll do with like the height map. I usually like to paint the inside of his eyes darker as well. It wasn't doing anything. Yeah, 90s and early 2000s, there was a lot of like shows that were like just gross or just trying really hard to be gross. That was definitely one of them. That was an Australian show, wasn't it? It felt very Australian. I assume it was Australian. What color should his lip be? I guess it will be flesh color. Maybe darker, maybe just that dark. Thank you for the follow, Digiwolf. Another show. They were puppets, weren't they? I think, yeah. Why was she on another show? So what I probably should have done when I was texturing this is I could have painted a like it's called like a color ID map where I could have had the legs and stuff be accurately separated here. when I did it in ZBrush. But we'll just have to manually paint it, I guess. And even his tail. All skin color. And then we'll just have to manually mask these bits out. It's a little sharper. Might go over this with another brush as well to smoothen it out. Oops. So I do have some fur brushes that I could use. This is just going to be like an example texture though. Probably give this file with the model so people can edit it or use it as a base for their own textures. Oops. Here's my fur brush. There it is. It's the wrong one. That's probably fine. And then I said I was going to do the ridges. So I'll do that here. I have a height of -0.1. We'll do, oops, put it in a folder and mask this just to the tail. And we'll mask this with a generator. That's the wrong one. We need it as a mask. Add a generator. We want stripes. Check, this is a fill. This might be too even. Maybe I should just paint one. But yeah, that's how you get a very even worm texture. Looks like it's kind of not rotated properly. Yeah. Anti-piracy, yeah. Apparently the 3D co-owners are like hardcore Christians or something, and they will like revoke your license if they find out that you've used it for porn. I don't know how true that is though. I guess UV's the best, but it's so the issue here is I didn't make this perfectly 90-degree angle on the UV map, I think. I might just paint them. Yeah, I was hoping I could this was need to be 9. So if you open up the 3D 2D, like if you can like sort of rotate it to get almost there. Looks pretty close. Maybe I just need to like 181. I don't know if that's closer. 185. Whoa. That's pretty close. Oh, thank you. I haven't even saved this file yet. Save as. Right, buddy. Hi, Ripper. That looks pretty much about right. I wonder if I can below this. There we go. Perfecto. Works every time. And then we'll just mask out this area. And we'll mask out the tip as well. Yeah, it's looking pretty close. I think we are able to also change. Hopefully it doesn't fuck with it, yeah. So we could have like less. That's probably better. We could have heaps. Or is that better? I feel like this is almost more realistic. We'll do the like stylized version. Like 5. Like 4. Yeah, realistic does almost feel like too much. And then we can also make this like darker color. Oops, this is supposed to be black. So you can have layers to this mask. So basically it's just a mask, like a black and white mask. Probably have like a line texture pattern. And then I'm manually painting a layer over it to like refine that. So like there's it without the paint, there's it without the blur, and there's it without the stripes. So we can color this as well. Make it like a little darker, make it like an overlay. Why didn't that work? Oh, I mean height, that's why. It's probably too dark. Just a really subtle, probably. There we go. Should you have some patterns? What patterns do rats have? Maybe I'll just use this reference. I'm looking at these rat refs. These whole ears should be painted, in fact. Oh, I'm gonna have to paint these hands as well. Ugh. I'll add a little bit of white for the claws. Unless they should be black. Oh well. I don't need this split anymore. Put that back on 3D. Just some chill late night vibes today. Whilst we paint the rat. Although I guess for most of you it won't be late night. Alright. I'm gonna give him like... Look, so easy. Suddenly white. I should paint this beat. No time like the present, I suppose. I didn't really detail his feet that much, did I? Maybe I should be doing this with a tablet. But so far I've done all of this texturing with the mouse. So you don't need a tablet to do 3D, unless you want to do sculpting. Then you probably do. Yeah, I kind of mentioned sculpting with their tablet. Yeah, it probably isn't needed. I mean, I don't know anyone that doesn't use it, but there's probably someone out there. I mean, there's plenty of people there out there that don't use a tablet for like art in general, like 2D drawings. I gotta do his hands. At least I only have to do this mask once. A bit more videos on sculpting. I feel like sculpting has the most videos on it. I guess they don't really explain that side of it though. I think usually they just imply you have a tablet. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, all my videos on YouTube have that. I mean, Eightfold's been around for a while. Eightfold's had me teach him stuff before on the other website that we stream on back in the day. Eightfold's a veteran. No. I want to. Can I do? I guess you can do discount codes on. What's it called? Gumroad. So maybe discount code for everyone that's been around since Picardo. Yeah, I know you didn't legit mean, but I wouldn't mind doing that. White rat. Grey rat. That's what we might do. Yeah, I'll give this a little bit of. No, not this one. This screen. Hi, Kofu. You gonna follow me again for the first time? I'll give you a shout out. How was your stream? Another good Australian 3D furry artist. There it is. Thank you for the follow, Kofu. What the hell is this? Is that a is that a bake error? Uh oh. I'm doing alright. I just found that there's a UV mapping error because so annoying. We do it again. Just a little error though this time, thankfully. But yeah, you can see the progress. I'll zoom out in a moment. I'm just gonna fix this little error. Uh, bake again. Third bakes the charm. Yeah, I need to let him bake. I could probably do that with a model. I'll do that with models. Yeah, hang on, Kev. I'll show you before you go. I mean, he probably saw it zoomed out. But yeah, obviously we're texturing at the moment. And like quickly export this texture. Because it always looks better in what's it called? Always looks way better in Blender. So I'll just quickly export these. Check them in here, check it there. Boop, boop, go to Blender. Look in the roughness. I guess ignore his purple eye at the moment. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Looking good.
rat,
Who's the BP Rat channel? Hi, Pesky. You mean other Twitch channel? BP Rat?
rat,
Nethgurat. Oh, yeah, yeah, I know them. They're like the only rat I know. The only beefy rat I know. Have a good
rat.
sleep, Kofu. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for killing me. Yeah, nice looking rat. Hi, Mega. You've been lurking this whole time. Just to say goodnight to Kofu. Or did the Oblivion death sound like wake you up? I wonder if I should bake a depth map or something. What else? What else? What else? I color these in. Yeah, we'll keep texturing him. But he's almost there already. But yeah, that's what I was doing. I was rebaking this. Thank you for the save reminder. Should I have a counter for how many times we get plastic love on this radio station? You would say yes. Just because I've listened to this one radio station this entire time we've like done the streams. Every single stream it's been this one radio station. I really like the general vibe of it, which is why we keep listening to it.
rat,
Oh,
rat,
Cosmic.
rat, rat. rat,
Oh no, the rats.
rat, rat,
How does that rat smell? Awful.
rat,
All the rats. Thank you for the raid, Cosmic.
rat,
Cosmic, can you do me a favor? Can you send your favorite emote of yours in chat? I want to stick you on my wall. This wall here. That one? We can do that. Every time someone raids me for the first time, I put their sticker on the wall. Everyone looking at the big rat boober. Yeah. I'll show you what it's looking like at the moment. Here we go. I mean, you'll go up on the wall next stream. I put everyone that raids, if they're first time raider, put them up on the wall, and I do it like in between streams. Because this is actually just a rendered image. But yeah, here's our rat, and I'll explain what we're doing. So hi guys, my name is Volk. I'm a 3D furry artist from Australia. And at the moment we're slowly making this rat live on twitch.tv. So this is episode 4. We've done the block out, we've done the rough sculpt, we've done the retopology, we've done the detail sculpt. We did the UV mapping this stream. And now we're texturing. Which is why he's got pink eyes, just ignore that. But yeah. So at the moment we're just texturing him. Not pink eye, he's got pink eyes. But yeah, so this is our first VR chat base. We're making on Twitch, that's why I started streaming on Twitch. I've been a 3D, like full-time 3D furry commission artist for about 3 years now. And I've been hanging around on Twitch. Usually I used to watch Twitch a lot when I was working. And I started out doing like BARA, beefy boys. So that's the body type we're starting with, but we're going to do a whole variety. Yeah, Code. You're on the list, Code, somewhere, I think. But yeah, the chat voted on a rat for our first VR chat base. I think you are, Code. Maybe you're not. You haven't you? I thought you did. I thought you put one in. Oh well, maybe you're not. I thought you had though. Not yet. That's fair. That's alright. Well, if you like rats, you can be a rat. So yeah, my main thing is like, I like doing, I guess you would say, more exaggerated body types. And I know there's not too many of them on VR chat. So I'm going to sort of like pump out a bunch of different base meshes. And rather than make, you know, a body that's kind of in between like fat and thin, beefy and slim, we're just going to stick with like one body type and do it properly. But yeah, rat hot. We're going to go back to texturing. Oh, he's looking real nice. So if you want to see like the whole progress of this, if you're interested in the pipeline, as they call it, for 3D modeling characters, Feel free to check out like my VODs and my YouTube channel, which has like VOD uploads on it. And you can see it go from nothing to where it is now. At the moment, I'm just kind of giving him some. Well, apart from this, giving him this like grey fur, I guess. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with this texture. Why are these brushes all so massive? No, it should be softer than that. I need to putting my shirt back on. You sleepy? You gonna go to bed? We'll just do that like traditional patterning of having the belly be a lighter color. Belly and the muzzle, I think. So obviously when this becomes a VR chat base, you'll get all these texture files and you'll be able to recolor it however you want because, for example, we can pretty easily just change the whole feel completely, turning him into like a lab rat. But I want to start off like a sewer rat, I guess. Maybe I give him some scars. Probably should have come up with a color palette for him, but I expect people to recolor him themselves. The easiest way to make
rat,
the base unique. Sewer rats are stunning. In I think I know which way you mean. Like you could have just been like, oh yeah, they stun me, I see one and I'm stunned at how large they are. Or how disgusting they are or something. But is the stink, are these yours? I've seen the stink lines before. I think I've been lurking in one of your streams before as well, Cosmic. Oh yeah, I forgot to ask you, how did your stream go? I know you're an artist. Is that what you were up to? Or just gonna double check. Yeah, art, streaming art. Oh, doing you, yeah. You're doing like a meta stream where you make stream stuff on stream. You got some ads starting soon. Hopefully, you guys don't get caught up in it. These patterns boring. Should I make these like? I'm trying to think of how I would add to this. You should definitely have like facial hair. I'm not biased. I feel like I'm just making my own character again. Did you see how it looked in Blender? Looks really nice in Blender already. Welcome back from ads, hopefully, guys. This guy look like he drives a Hyundai. This rat. Oh, you didn't say you just got here? Yeah, I'll just quickly switch over to back to Blender. It's got the old texture on it. First look in your room. Nice. Just Blender lighting. Looking good. I was gonna say I might bake a I got it still open actually. I wanted to bake thickness map. Which sounds funny. But it's literally just to bake the density of the mesh. So I'll bake that because I want to put ambient, not ambient occlusion, subsurface scattering on his ears here. Thickness map, that's right. I need to do his ears or something. Thickness map is here. So you can sort of see how it works. Like obviously, where does light penetrate? There we go. Why is that so uneven? Luckily it's all the like fleshy areas. So we'll basically push this into a map range. I'll turn this music down slightly. But I wasn't paying attention to the scan again. Anyway, I'm going to push this into subsurface. So obviously that's too much. 0.05 maybe. Thank you for the scan. So you can probably see it a bit, but obviously now his fleshy parts look a lot more fleshy. They've got that subsurface scattering going on. His whole face actually is a bit too subsurfacey. That's probably too high. Definitely makes his ears look a lot more fleshy, which is good. I don't really want his whole face to be though. Alright, we'll go back to texturing. I keep getting distracted. Taking notes. So the other thing I was going to do was paint. What was I going to do? Some scars and some fur texture. So put the height map on. So now this brush, give us this little fur texture here like this. Thank you for the follow, Husky Knight. Thank you for the follows. Who else we had? We had Cosmic Wolf. We had Pat the Bear, Pat the Bew, Disturbed Demons, Code, Rude Boy Brian, and Scandrew. Thank you. I forgot I was going to give him big whiskers as well. We'll do that. It's too strong. This grey is kind of too desaturated. Thank you for the follow, not Hutska. That's better. Okay, and the last thing I was going to do is add some scars. So we want this to be like a fleshy color, I think. I say as I actually don't change the color. Do I have a scar brush as well? I don't think so. You feeling inspired, Fizz? Maybe this needs to be a bit deeper. Okay. Salisbury the Foxer, thank you for the follow. Let's scar him up. Ooh, that's not good. Where else should he be scarred? Back of his hands. Yeah, that's probably too thick. It's too big. This needs to be way thinner. It's too much. This was an overlay. Oh, because oops.
rat,
It's a fat rat though. What a name that you have there. We actually did that, Fizz. That was the first rat stream. We created this rat out of nothing, basically. Unless you mean because I used that like base. I guess it wasn't really a base. It was just one I had done earlier. Maybe you should have tattoos. We can do whatever the hell we want. I just want him to have all these like little chips in his hand and stuff. Thank you for the follow, Mr. John Foxy. Should probably put some big ones in his tail. We got plastic love again. Counter on 2. He's keeping track. Look at how easy it is to like beat the shit out of his tail. Not even a block out? Yeah. So, like, I would obviously have to still block it out because that's the way I sculpt. If you want to see someone sculpt from not even a block out, just from like a blob, that's how Kofu sculpts, that dog Kofu. Nature Guy, I'll make like a bot or something so people can like type exclamation mark plastic or something and it'll go up the counter. Perhaps I've scarred this rat too much. We'll do some like really big scars. Ready for the skin.